Hello everyone and welcome to Japa Code. My name is MH Gideon and in this video I'm going to be showing you cheap accommodation options, temporary accommodation options for international students coming to the UK. Well, really anybody can use these accommodation options, whether you're an international student or a visitor or a skilled worker, regardless of the visa route you're using to come into the UK. Now let's dive right into it. One, Booking.com. Don't worry, in a moment I'm going to show you how to use Booking.com to get really cheap accommodations before coming to the UK. And the very important thing is that you don't even have to pay a dime up front. So now there are two kinds of accommodations that are really cheap on this platform. One of them is the shared bathrooms accommodation, where they are not en suite. The bathroom is not inside the room, but usually they are really good places. So you have say 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms sharing one bathroom and toilet, and then so usually the bathroom is located in a way that all rooms can easily access it. So like block of flats with one bathroom. Now those kind of accommodations are really cheap in terms of when compared to their counterparts that are en suite. So that's the first type. The other type is breakfast and bed. So the accommodation types that just gives you a breakfast, they give you breakfast and bed to sleep. So basically you have somewhere to sleep, somewhere to put your bags, and then somewhere to, and in fact they even serve you breakfast in the mornings. Some of these places are full-blown hotels, some of them are not really. Let's dive into Booking.com and then so that I can show you the different ways to get this type of accommodation. Okay guys, how do you use Airbnb to find really cheap temporary accommodations for yourself and for your family in the UK? That's what I'm going to show you right now. So the first thing is to come to your Play Store or your App Store and type bookings.com. Now because I already have it, you've seen open here, but if you didn't have it already, you'll be seeing install. Tap on that button. So when I tap on it, it opens, brings out my accommodation where I'm currently staying. Now, so what you want to do here is punch in. For me, I'm from the University of Hull, so yeah, punch in the institution, the place where you're going to. So but insert your date here. So let's say you're looking to get a date for 13th to, I recommend you book for 1 week. Really doesn't hurt. Book for 1 week. Now, so I select this date and then select the checkout date. My checkout date will be this date. So 7 nights. You see that, and then put here. Now what it's going to do, and I come here and say, how many rooms do I want? I want 1 room. How many adults? Let's say 2 adults and 1 infant. Less than, okay, 1 year old. Yes. So let's select, and then so you see it's all my data is there. So what you to do is search for places around the University of Hull that can accommodate 2 adults and 1 child. This is really important because once they give you a place, if you tell them you're going to put only 1 adult there, you cannot come in 2 adults. These guys are really strict with their rules. All right, so it's really important that you bear that in mind. What next? Pay attention to this. Now you need to sort this, and how you're going to sort it, you're going to sort it by price, low to high. So you see that, take a look at this. So for 7 nights I'm seeing a place where I can pay £450 per for the entire 7 nights, and this includes taxes and charges. Now, but this is not where it gets even more interesting, guys. Where it gets even more interesting is when you come here and click filter. See this free cancellation, click that. What this means is that in the event that you cannot make it, or for whatever reason your visa is cancelled, or your visa does not come out, or for any reason you can cancel for free 2 days before this date. If you find a permanent accommodation, you may find a permanent accommodation before your arrival. And if that's the case, then you can just cancel at no extra cost for you. So we choose this one. Obviously, you see that 1 room, 2 adults, 1 child. HU17. How far is this from school? Sometimes the cheapest option may not be the best option for you. For example, I'm seeing that this is 5 miles from the University of Hull. I wouldn't choose it. This is 3.5 miles from the University of Hull. I wouldn't choose it, because I mean that's still a bit far in my opinion if I was going to school. So something that has 3,250 feet from the University of Hull maybe end up being the better option for me. You know why, guys? Because while the truth is, while accommodation is why was it called? Why this option is cheap for right now? Because you may not want to be walking 5 miles every day, and you really want your permanent accommodation to be somewhere close to school. So unless you have a budget for transport, say you have another maybe £50, I don't know, for transport. Yeah, £50 we cover that, because transport is really not so expensive. Sometimes £1.50 you can get your transport to school from somewhere very close to from the main station. You can get to Kingswood Road, drop at Cottingham Road, and just walk straight to school. So yeah, so there are very many options. All right, so yeah, check it out. Then if you see that, if this is, depending on your budget, if this is the only one that really works for you, then take it, guys. Now, if you don't mind paying upfront, then you can just ignore it and then look for the ones closest to school. Hold on, yeah, thank you. So you can come back here and see distance from landmark. That's that's another option. You can come back and sort using distance from landmark, and you see that it brings out the closest ones to school. Now this time, you see, it starts to bring out the closest ones to school. You see, right? The closest one, and organize them in that order. So these are the two things that you pay attention to, not just the price, but the distance to school, the distance to the primary location you are going to be going to in the UK. And if you're an international student, for you that is school. So that's it, guys. Let's go on to the other ways that you can check out your own, that you can get your own temporary accommodation before coming to the UK. Okay, so now I've showed you how to use Booking.com to get really cheap accommodations, right? Now, the next place you can also get cheap accommodation is Airbnb. Now, when I compared Booking.com with Airbnb, I found out that Airbnb was slightly more expensive. Maybe because of the time I checked it out, because Airbnb is like Bolt and Uber for accommodation, for real estate. So it's really supposed to be cheaper, because how Airbnb works is that people list their homes on Airbnb, and then you can have 2-3 people stay in that home. So more like turning your house into a hotel. That's what Airbnb is really. So, but as at the time when I checked it, I didn't get a good deal, so I used Booking.com. Now, but nonetheless, if you can still check out Airbnb to see if you can get a good deal. Now, another place you can also check is called spareroom.co.uk. Now, what Spare Room does is, Spare Room simply have people list their spare rooms they are not using in their house, on these platforms and online. When they do that, what happens is you're able to contact the owner of the house and see if you are a good fit for them. But why I really like Booking.com is because you can choose free cancellation, meaning if you get a permanent accommodation before that time, before your time of arrival, sometimes 2 days, you can easily still cancel. Now, what that does is makes it more flexible for you while you're preparing where you're really going to stay. So I hope this video has helped you guys. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, do also subscribe. Click the subscribe button, because I'm going to share with you tips to help you thrive as an immigrant in the United Kingdom, whether you're an international student, nurse, whatever it is. I'm going to share it with you. Skilled worker, sorry, not just nurse. I'm going to share with you tips to help you thrive in the United Kingdom on Japa code. That's what we're about. All right, and do well to download the free guide. There's a free guide in the link. Download it. That free guide shows you the different what's it called now, different tips to help you quickly settle into the United Kingdom. That's it for today, guys. God bless you.